Hi, Oshawa Church family. It's so good to meet with you for this midweek connection moment. I've taken the privilege and the gift of filming this for you in a beautiful place, and so I hope even more than my words you can find some serenity in the background that's behind me. Mark and I and Michelle are up here checking on Mark's parents, Kath and Stan. You know them and love them, and they're doing well. And in these days we're filming this to help April and David McNeilly, your pastors that you love so much, who are helping at the Meighen Health Center this week. And so we continue to pray for them. May they know how much we love them, and we're thinking of them as we even speak together and share this moment. So keep them in your prayers. And part of what I want to share with you today is this idea of praying always. I'm going to read to you just one verse. Give me a moment to pull it up here for you. I've been reading through the Bible in a year, and this past week I read in Luke 18, and I'm just going to read you one verse. First of all, Luke 18 verse 1, that says, "Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up." That is the beginning verse of what's known as the parable of the persistent widow. We should always pray and never give up. What amazing words for us as we live in these unique circumstances these days, where so much things are uncertain and so many different things are happening around us. But nothing can take away our ability to always pray and never give up. This persistent widow, she was a wonderful lady, I think. That's my own viewpoint on this story. But she was a lady who went to a judge over and over again asking for justice. And she went to him knowing that he was a judge that was not fair, that was not kind. But she went to him knowing that if she was persistent, maybe he would change his mind. And so I'm going to read you all the verses now, and just listen to the story of the persistent widow. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, "In a certain town there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, 'Grant me justice against my adversary.' For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, 'Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she won't eventually come and attack me.' And the Lord said, 'Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?'" It's a wonderful parable where a widow, one of the most vulnerable people in that day, was persistent in going back again and again to a judge. Even though he was unjust, she kept fighting for justice. She kept praying and going to him to encourage him, to try and get him to change his mind, to do whatever she could to get him to bring justice when it was needed. And in the end, this judge, who didn't even care about her, who didn't care about other people, it says, still changed his mind, and justice prevailed. And then the story goes on as Jesus tells us, and Jesus says that if somebody who doesn't even care about this person would change their mind, imagine what God will do for us. The more persistent we are in coming to him, in crying out to him, the more he is definitely going to listen to our prayers. And so I encourage you in these days, like the persistent widow, to be persistent in your prayers, to never give up, to cry out to him with whatever you are facing. So many different experiences we're all going through in these days. Some of us are able to be in our homes, safe and sound, without many concerns. Others have lost loved ones. Others are dealing with this illness and battling it. Others are on the front lines working so hard to take care of the people who are sick. The circumstances are endless that I could list out for you that you could be crying out to God for. And the persistent widow who prayed, it doesn't mean that she prayed constantly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every moment. It means that you are persistent as God brings things to your mind, to give those things back to Him, to talk to Him to continually, and allow Him to hear the cries of your heart. Be persistent in prayer, and God will make a way. When I thought about what I was going to share with you today, the words of that simple chorus came to mind as well. God will make a way when there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. And I hope that the link will be added so you can listen to that song. A chorus that's maybe older for some, but beautiful words that we can sing out to God, praise God, pray to Him, cry out to Him, and sing songs of worship as you spend time with Him, knowing that we never need to give up, just like the persistent widow. Be a person who cries out to God over and over again, and find your strength, and find your answers, find your peace and your strength, your wisdom. All that we need can be found in Him. And so I pray that these moments today, as you've reconnected in this beautiful place that God has created for us to be a part of together, that you will take the beauty of nature and the beauty of knowing that you can cry out to God and be persistent in prayer and never give up, and God will make a way for us all. Amen? Amen. We pray you have a wonderful rest of the week, and we look forward to connecting more as the weeks go by and growing in more ways as a part of the Oshawa church family. Thank you so much for listening today, and have a great afternoon.
In the wilderness, you lead me. Rivers in the desert will I see. Heaven and earth will fade, but His word will still remain, and He will do something new today. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. Love and strength for each new day. He will make a way. He will make a way. By a roadway in the wilderness, you lead me. Rivers in the desert will I see. Closely to His side, with love and strength for each new day. He will make a